This is Ryan with Lelux Diversified out of Dune. We're here in Rock Rapids at a church. We are locating for a backflow preventer for the sewer, and we found some Orangeburg line, so we're just going to make a video of it so a decision can get made of what we all want done. Right now we are about 120 feet out. It's about all the further we can make it out with the camera. We are going around too many fittings to get any further. So basically the backflow preventer is going to have to be on the outside of the building, and we will stop and show you where that can be. There's a Y on the outside of the building that ties in part of the church with the part of the church that we're in. So we have no choice but to put it on the outside, and we're working through a clean out that's in the mechanical room right down the steps from where the door is to come into church. We're just going to talk about a few things about this Orangeburg line. It's starting to look pretty bad, and we're going to show you where we want to put that in, and a big chunk of what's bad is going to come out when we do the backflow preventer. So we're just getting a recording kind of showing what's going on and what we plan on doing. Okay, hit the microphone again. Okay, so where we started pulling the camera back, there's a 45 about 3 or 4 feet ahead of that to start bringing it down the block to tie into the city main. So as we started pulling back, the Orangeburg didn't look too bad. You could see there's a couple of blisters. I call them blisters, but they're little bumps that start showing up in the bottom of the pipe, and that's what Orangeburg pipe does. Once it starts having them blisters, they don't stop and they won't stop. They keep coming, they keep getting worse. Then about the last 5 feet here, you can see how it was really bad. That usually comes with when you cut an Orangeburg pipe and tie onto it with something else, then that's usually how it gets worse faster. So it's possible to do, to tie onto it, but it's just always a risky run that it gets worse faster when you start messing with it. So basically, where the backflow preventer will go is right where we are positioned right now. So when we pulled back just a little bit and then we went in again, that was a Y fitting. So that was tying in the two parts of church together, and this is where that backflow preventer would go. So if the flood or the sewer main would ever back up, it wouldn't get into either part of church. It would totally cut church off from the city main, allowing the sewer not to back up into the basement. So this is where it would go, and there's about a 4 or 5 foot stretch here that looks really bad. Well, as we would put that backflow preventer in, we would just take that whole bad section out, tie on to the best stuff that we could find, and then hopefully it would be okay for a while. We do not know what it looks like on the other side of that 45 at that 125 foot mark. We don't know what it looks like on the other side of that. I'm assuming it looks kind of like the rest of it, where it looks pretty good. There's a couple of blisters here and there, but that's to be determined. So this is right where the backflow preventer would go. We would hook onto, because the Y is actually an ABS pipe, which is a form of PVC. It's a plastic pipe, so it's going to be just fine. So we'd hook onto that, and then we'd hook onto a section of Orangeburg that we feel would be the best spot, getting rid of all of this bad stuff that you've seen for the last 4 feet. Now we are on the east side of church, in the asphalt. We put a couple of spray paint marks there where the start of the hole would be to the end of the hole, to get rid of all of the bad Orangeburg. We are going to turn the camera off now. We'll pull it back just a little bit just to kind of show you guys where the Y is, and that it's a form of plastic pipe. After that, it's just plastic pipe all the way back into church. So everything else behind this looks really good. If you have any questions about this video or need a better explanation, you can call the office at 712-726-3571, and we'll be happy to answer any questions you have. Thank you. So this is the Y. So we're coming into the 45, coming into the Y branch of the Y. So we're coming up the side of the Y, coming into where the section of church that we're in, and you can see how drastically that pipe changed, how it's much more rigid. That's because it's that ABS PVC pipe, and that's what it is all the way back to the connection of the cast iron.